Hey everybody, Pastor Andy Duffy here from the Antioch Church of the Brethren, bringing a daily devotion to you with one of my favorite masks on. This is the Star Wars one, and actually I have more than one Star Wars mask, which is pretty great. Uh, I wanted to wear this with you today because of what I want to talk about, and it kind of comes from my participation in the district Zoom Bible study on the works of wisdom from Scripture, specifically Proverbs 3. There's a passage that some of you may have heard that goes, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. And I'm thinking of all of the ways that we have to put our trust in something, someone else throughout our lives. Not only God, but think about from the moment we're born, we have to trust mom and dad are going to feed us, keep us warm, take care of us, be there when we need them. We trust our teachers. We have to trust our government to look out for us. We trust police officers. We trust doctors. We trust nurses. Throughout this pandemic time, we've had to put even more trust in those who know what they're talking about. Some of us have a hard time trusting, and some of us have a hard time trusting for good reason. But how do we know when to trust and when not to trust? And when it comes to God, what does it mean to trust in God? I mean, it can't be just something that you say, all right, I trust in God, and then go about your business the same way. There's a contrast here that the writer of Proverbs is setting up. You either trust in the Lord with everything that you have, or you lean on yourself. Right, when you lean on something, I'm leaning on my chair, it's got all my weight. But this is saying maybe we should put our weight on God. That's who we should be relying on, not ourselves. There's something fundamentally untrustworthy about myself. And when I try to handle things all alone, the older I get, the more I realize I can't do all the things that I could do when I was younger. And I'm not that old, right? But I'm already realizing I don't always know my own strength. I don't always know what I'm capable of. A lot of times, my mind is bigger than my stomach. And I trust my mind and say, oh, I can eat this whole plate of spaghetti. And then later I'm like, nope, nope, I can't. I should not have even tried. Why did I trust my own mind? And our hearts do the same thing, right? We have a strong feeling that, well, I don't want to do that. My instincts are maybe working against me. Uh, I don't want to trust what this news reporter says. I don't want to trust what this doctor says. I don't want to trust what this politician says. And it goes on every side, right? There are people we trust and people that we don't. Can we trust God? God asks us basically to love because we are loved. If I lived my life completely trusting, relying on, putting my weight on the fact that I am loved with an incomprehensible love that's more than I could ever imagine or deserve, that should make me a more loving person. And so living out my trust in God's love would mean that I'm much more generous and compassionate. I know I have a long way to go, though. I say I trust in God. I do, but not always, and not with everything. I trust the doctors when they say I should wear my Star Wars mask. Do I trust that if I do something good for someone else, if I am more generous with someone, that God will still provide for me? Do I trust that even if suffering or hardship or poverty or death come my way, that God's love is greater and that resurrection really is a powerful thing? What do you trust? Do you lean on your own understanding in some ways? How can we take a chance today to put our trust in God and not on our own wisdom?